Hey yes, welcome to the channel. We react a little differently around here. Different films, different format, hope you like it. Today's movie is The Sum of Us from 1994. Directed by Geoff Burton and Kevin Dowling, and starring Russell Crowe, John Polson, and Jack Thompson. So, let's put our feet up and watch The Sum of Us.
The first time Dad took me to Gran and Aunt Mary's from the holidays, I was, I don't know, 8 or 9. And I remember playing footy with Gran and my cousins in the front yard. You know those days when everything's perfect? It was one of the greatest afternoons of my life. You see, Gran would form us all into one team and she'd be the other. She used to keep an old Monopoly set hidden under the stairs because Mary wouldn't let her play. See, real strict Salvation Army Mary was. I mean, Gran too, but just not as bad as Mary, you know? There's one time Mary went out for a while, and the minute she's out the door, Gran whips out the old Monopoly board. Not a word to Mary, she says. That was the best game of Monopoly I've ever played. Like me and Gran were doing something really naughty. Really wrong.
Monopoly.
Fire and brimstone stuff, you know?
Those are some short shorts.
I'm fucked.
What was that? I said I'm rooted.
Fourth wall break.
Stopped off for a quickie on the way home, did you?
God, you're off sometimes, you know that? Put a dirty meaning on everything.
As it should be.
Just as I'm about to put the food on
You
the
don't
table...
expect me to sit down all sweaty and smelly like
Why
this,
not? Doesn't usually bother you, unless you're going out. Are you? Going out?
Well, as a matter of fact, I am. I thought I'd just pop down to the pub for a couple of beers, all right?
Got a date?
Can't a bloke go out for a drink on a Friday night without you making a lifetime romance out of it? You dish up 2 ticks, all right?
Typical dad.
He'll be back in a minute.
You had a shower then, did you, Dad?
Yes. Yes, I did.
You didn't turn the taps right off again. Is that right, son? Every time I go for a shower, the taps are dripping. I've told you. That's what they're for. And I'm a plumber. I can change them. And a few flaming washers are a damn sight cheaper than the water rates. It drives me mental, Dad. You know it does. If I've asked you once, I've asked you 1,000 times. Turn the fucking taps off.
Yes.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Very much.
I will try. He won't be meeting any girl tonight. He's what you might call cheerful. Can't bear that other word. Some of you will be going, probably. Can't see why, though. He's a good, honest lad with a heart as big as Western Australia. And he's as much a friend as he is a son. He's a good mate. Mind you.
What a nice dad.
These jeans are right. I should wear the white ones.
How many pairs of my socks did you borrow? I can almost see your religion.
Yeah, well, if you got it, show it.
Haven't got that much to skite about.
Well, Harry, sizes and everything, it's what you do with it that counts.
His mum always said that to me.
Of course, some people think it isn't very good manners to read at the dinner table.
Some people haven't lived with you for 20-odd years.
Some people should be so bloody lucky.
Sir Richard Burton, one of the greatest explorers that ever lived. First white man to see the sacred stone at Mecca. And the first man to discover the lakes in Africa that are the source of the Nile. A man
I thought he married Elizabeth Taylor.
who could take on the whole world and conquer it.
No, a couple of times.
I do not want to go chasing all over Africa looking for a place to have a swim. Anyway, the whole world's already been discovered.
No.
Well, which bit's missing?
There's amazing things waiting for you just around the corner. Wonderful things, like love, the greatest adventure of all. Your grandmother was not a dyke.
Well, she was licking Aunt Mary's pussy for 40 years. What else do you call it?
I admit, the relationship with Mary was intimate. But she was not a dyke. A lesbian, perhaps. Just because she found happiness after your grandfather had died, just because in her grief she turned to Mary, and the two of them found comfort in each other's arms, doesn't give you the right to call her names. How would you like it if I went around calling you pansy, fairy, poofter?
You do half the time.
Only when I'm annoyed with you.
It's a good time.
Now eat your peaches.
No, tied up. I've done my dash.
Bit early, isn't it?
Well, you know what they say about the early bird?
Yes, but I don't think that's the sort of worm they had in mind when they said it. Leave the dishes, I'll do them.
Ta, Dad. I'll just clean my teeth. You don't feel like going out?
There's a film on telly. Don't worry, I'll watch it in my coast will be clear.
That's all right, then. How do I look? God's gift?
Use a whole bottle of aftershave?
Bit fierce, is it? Obsession. He said it was his favourite.
Probably quite nice. In moderation.
It's cute.
So, you play footy?
Just a local pub. It's amateur. Bit of a laugh.
It's more than laugh from what I do. What goes on in those locker rooms?
Oh, well, it's a man's world, mate. Still spit on the floor, and how many Sheilas did you root last night? Wouldn't mind seeing you in your Speedos.
I'll show you later. I've got them on now. If you wear your footy shorts.
You're on.
Took me yonks to pluck up the courage to even say g'day.
I thought you weren't interested, you know? Like, I've seen you two. And in the park. I work in the park. And I've seen you there. Jogging. In our footy gear. Those shorts look really sexy on you.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to come home?
Yes, please.
Is your dad out?
He'll be in bed.
Well, shouldn't we be a bit quiet then? What for? In case we wake him up.
He won't be asleep. Not yet. Probably come and say g'day and sick.
I told you, he knows all about me. What I do and who I do it with. I bring blokes back all the time.
What?
Not that there's that many, I mean. Yeah. I should be so lucky. What I'm trying to say is that Dad knows and he doesn't care. I'm really glad you showed up.
So, what about the other teams? The football teams?
You're just an old footy perv, aren't you? Just because they're big butch footballers doesn't mean they're supermen in bed, you know.
What do you like?
All I don't know is I'd win any gold medals, but I like a bit of action.
So do I.
Don't let me interrupt anything.
Crying out loud, Dad, can't you have a knock?
I was just going to get myself a beer. Anyone else?
Relax, just carry on as usual.
But he saw us.
Fuck, he's seen worse than that. A couple of years ago, I had a friend stay the night. We're having a wake-up session. Dad brings the tea right in the middle of it.
What did he say?
He said, careful of the sheets. Broke the ice.
Make yourself at home. Well, up your bum.
It's just a joke. Dad's always making jokes.
Perhaps the young fella would like another drink.
Want something stronger?
No, this is fine.
Got some scotch? Maybe a drop of brandy left?
I wouldn't say no to a drop of scotch. You know what they say, whiskey makes you frisky.
And brandy makes you randy.
Pity we haven't got any rum, eh?
That's a good one, I like that. These are wonderful.
My pride and joy. Not as good as my brother Eric's. I don't know what he does.
Well, you know what they say about tomatoes? Same as lemon trees.
Busy at the printing?
Yeah, it's packed.
Greg's folks don't know about him yet.
I see. Don't you think that's a shame, Greg?
Oh, Dad.
I've always been very grateful for Geoff being honest with me. I mean, not that I had a lot of choice finding him in the back shed there when he was, 14, were you? You know, sticking it up Willie Jones' bum.
I was not up his...
Well, near as bloody damn it,
Well,
mate.
you are very
I
broad-minded,
try
Mr.
to be,
Mitchell.
mate. I have to be, you know. I mean, this is Geoff's home, and if he's not able to be himself here, where can he be?
Make a fair old swag of violins, too, innit?
Make a fair old swag of violins, too. Don't you have any respect for the English language?
What's wrong with the way I talk?
I like the way he talks. It's real manly. Turns me on. I'm sorry, Harry, that was a bit bold.
Please, pretend I'm not here. Young fella, another whiskey, Geoff?
No, really, I'm a two-pot screamer.
I'm a bit like that myself. 2 and I'm anybody's.
3 and I'm everybody's.
4 and I'm nobody's.
Actually, maybe I will have one more. I might do anything.
Feel free.
I've got these magazines. You know, if you need anything to get started.
What, are these Geoff's?
Yeah. No, I bought them. I just wanted to find out what sort of thing you got up to. I mean, I had a fair idea, of course, but there's some things in here that I would never have imagined. And this one, it's about safe sex. Sorry, Greg. I forgot to ask how you take your tea in the morning.
As it comes.
White and tea?
Piss off, will you?
Don't mind me. Not all.
Just don't go, please. We can talk, get to know each other a bit. Wasting my breath, aren't I?
Sorry.
Just a few too many hang-ups.
I'll see you then.
Yeah, mate, of course.
I do like you, Geoff.
Ta. I went down by train, and there was this woman. I couldn't take my eyes off her. Suddenly she said,
Oh, the agonizing pain of it all. The agonizing pain.
I've often wondered what she meant, but I suppose I knew straight away. She just wanted someone to talk to. Someone to laugh with, have a good time with, get drunk with, cuddle up to. Doesn't seem a lot to ask, does it?
Looking good.
You're not the only one that gets lonely, son. I like women. I like the way they're put together. I like them all soft and squishy. I like having them, for Pete's sake. I'm sick of living in sin with my own right hand.
Ease off, Dad.
Oh, that shouldn't worry you, should it? You're going for world champion week, aren't you? It's not an easy thing for a man to accept that his mother's been doing it with another woman for 40 years.
I used to wonder that the love between them must be extraordinary if they were prepared to risk everything, all for love. That's when I started to think about blokes and blokes. Never did it, of course. Never wanted to. I think it was the idea of the hairy bums put me off.
I never said no to my husband, not in all the years we were married.
Not once.
Well, obviously there were certain times after Chetty was born and when I wasn't well, but no, apart from that, he always got his onions whenever he wanted them.
His onions.
Could have had them a bit more often too if he played his cards right.
It's already at the butcher's.
Yeah, go with the frozen on the side.
Yeah. You want to kill it yourself.
I like having all sorts of people around, kids and old folks, every sort of person there is. I don't want to live in a world without women. I like women. Me and the girls in the office get on great. They know and they don't care. We laugh about it. Fancy the same bloke sometimes. Even fancied a couple of the girls. Done it with a few of them just to make sure I wasn't missing out on anything.
You've done it with girls?
Yeah. I didn't want you to get your hopes up. I don't often say it, but it's Christmas, so... Thanks, man, for everything. I mean, you give me the first-class shits at times, and I suppose I do you, but... I don't think there's many got a father like you.
I'm a very lucky man to have a son like you, mate.
How are we going to get the fucker home?
You cannot see. Oh my goodness.
So, have you stuck it up yet?
You dirty bastard! You dirty bastard!
that
Don't
what
you
you do all
dare...
these
Listen,
nights?
don't you talk about Joyce like that if you don't mind. She's a very refined kind of person.
Joyce. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Harry.
Let her come in the door first.
Aren't you going to shut the door?
Sorry.
This is really pleasant out here, Harry.
You sound, surprised.
Oh, well, you know, two blokes living together, you keep it really neat and tidy.
The dirty magazine.
What are these doing here? You couldn't tell me. I mean, it's probably the most important thing in your life, and you couldn't tell me.
It doesn't change anything.
Well, it does to me. All this time I've been thinking I've been getting to know you. You've been lying to me.
I never actually lied.
It amounts to the same thing.
Did you tell him your daughter was straight? I mean, come on.
I just need to be on my own for a bit. Sort things out in my head. It was so good for a while there, Harry. If only you'd been honest.
Geoff won't be home till tomorrow. Oh.
Can you hear me? One's for yes.
party. Brad is always fun. Out yourself on TV.
Mum, what are you doing up?
You're late. What have you been doing? What were you doing? You were all over the late news.
I was having a good time with my mates.
I ought to beat the shit out of you.
Well, why don't you try it?
Get out. Get out of here now.
Shut up, Dad. Don't make a row.
Shut up.
I would have thought you would have found some nice friend to move in with.
I wish. You know, I do meet blokes, but they're all only after one thing. It's not everything in life, is it?
Can't understand it.
Yeah, 2 ticks.
My name's Joyce Johnson. I'm a friend of your dad's.
Joyce, yeah. Sorry, come in.
How is he?
As well as can be expected, you know. Doc says he'll never walk again. He can't speak, of course. Do you want to see him?
Oh, I didn't realize it was that bad.
You'd be pleased to see her.
How was it? Are you okay?
Oh, there's no fool like an old fool.
My mother was 80. She was getting infirm, and Mary was a bit younger. But neither of them could look after each other anymore. And we all made the decision to split them up. Lying there in that great old brass bed, knowing that it was for the last time, knowing that they were never going to see each other again, knowing that they were being taken away to different places to die. I can't imagine what they would have said. How do you say thank you for 40 years of love? What words could you possibly find?
G'day.
Fancy meeting you here.
I'm planning.
What?
I'm...
Yeah, no, I saw you from over there. Well, I wasn't actually sure it was you. I was just having a perv. Nice legs.
Looking pretty fit yourself.
I'd really like to see you again. Sorry I was a while, but I ran into young Greg. You probably remember him best as Gary. Could have knocked me down with a feather. I suppose it's only natural. Him being a gardener and this being a garden. Turned out real nice after all, didn't it? Wonder if he'll show up.
Well, that was The Sum of Us. I thought that was quite charming. The breaking the fourth wall was a little strange at first. You could tell it was based on a play, but overall, I enjoyed it very much. I hope you did too. And until the next time we put our feet up, laters.